welcome to Shoreline, Washington for more NWAC conference action. My name is Drew Raher, your play-by-play broadcaster for all Dolphins home basketball games this season. We have ourselves a perfect day for basketball action in the Northwest as Shoreline Community College hosts a doubleheader against the visiting Skagit Valley Cardinals. The Shoreline women tip off in just a few moments, while the men's game will follow at 7:30 p.m. The Dolphin women are coming off a nail-biter against Olympic College last Saturday, where they played 3 overtimes before falling 85-81. Shoreline enters today at 2-9 overall and 0-3 in conference play. The Dolphins look to earn their first NWAC victory tonight against the Cardinals, who come in with a 10-5 overall record and a 2-1 NWAC record. Newly appointed head coach Darnellia Russell has been hard at work since taking over the reins. She has been focusing on firming up the Dolphins' defense and will continue to look for leading scorer Brianna Dutro and Emily Wilbur to set the pace offensively. Sophomore point guard Bianca Benavides will also be a key player in today's matchup, as she leads the team with just over 4 assists and is a calming influence that the Shoreline coaching staff has accounted for. Also look for first-year players Jordan Mahwald and Justice Perry to load up inside the paint, as they have continued to win the rebounding battle against opposing squads so far. Shoreline will need to stop Skagit Valley's Sydney Brown, who scores just over 13 points per game and shoots over 40% from the field, if they want to leave here with the victory. NWAC conference play will be a staple for the next 2 months, and we are excited that you can join us for live broadcasts on the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce website. These broadcasts are being brought to you by FX Video. We will take a short break for the national anthem and be back with starting lineups and opening tip-off from Shoreline, Washington. Welcome back to Shoreline. We are just about ready for tip-off. Our referees for tonight are David Losberg, Nathan Murphy, and Scott DePew. We will get to our starting lineups here once action starts as Skagit Valley gets the opening tip. Number 22, Sydney Brown, down with it in the right corner. She finds number 30, Winter Brown. Skagit Valley swings it over to Sydney Brown for three. Her shot is long, but the rebound down to the Cardinals. And the Cardinals will take their time as number 23, Samantha Kelly, knocks down the first three-point basket of the day. And the Cardinals open up with a 3-0 lead. Brianna Dutro, the starting point guard, will set the offense for Shoreline. Skagit Valley in a 3-2 zone defense as they face a taller Dolphin lineup here to start. And Gina Taylor stepped out of bounds. Ball will go over to Skagit. For Skagit, number 22, Sydney Brown, number 23, Samantha Kelly are in the backcourt. In the front court, number 30, Winter Brown, number 40, Linda Wilson, and number 44, Ari Boyd are the other starters. Another three ball from Skagit. Rolls in and out. Dutro picks up the loose ball. Shoreline with no numbers, but Dutro will go all the way through. Her layup is off the mark. She picks up her own rebound and will be fouled. She'll head to the free throw line, hoping to give Shoreline their first points of the day. 18:44 to go in the first half. Brianna Dutro, a freshman from Kalihi Valley, Hawaii. She leads the Dolphins with 13 points a game. Her first attempt is off the right side. She also comes in averaging 3 rebounds. The other starters for the Dolphins, number 14, Gina Taylor, number 33, Jordan Mahawald, number 45, Justice Perry, and number 32, Cherie McDaniels, as Dutro makes the second. Skagit leads 3-1, just over 18.5 to go in the first half. Some nice pressure defense from number 32, Cherie McDaniels, and there's a steal by the Dolphins. Brianna Dutro brings it down. She slides by a defender and dishes it off to Cherie McDaniels. Her jump shot is over the mark. Rebounded down by Skagit. Skagit looks to push. Number 44, Ari Boyd, hits the 6-foot jump shot. And Skagit takes a 4-point lead, just over 18 to go. Cherie McDaniels at the top of the key. She'll find Jordan Mahawald. Back to McDaniels. She'll get in the left elbow. Dutro will fire from long distance. Her shot no good. Rebounded down to Boyd. Skagit back on the run. Number 22, Sydney Brown with a heads-up play underneath the hoop as she throws the ball off Dutro's right leg. Sydney Brown, a freshman, comes in averaging a team-high 13 points for Skagit as number 23, Samantha Kelly, checks the ball in. Winter Brown now finds Ari Boyd over in the left corner. A 3-ball from Samantha Kelly off the iron, rebounded down to Justice Perry, who has made her return from a broken nose before the Christmas holiday. Emily Wilbur has also checked into the ball game for Shoreline, a sophomore, averaging just over 10 points a game. That is second on the Dolphins roster. Cherie McDaniels has it, at top of the key. Pass from Mahawald over to Wilbur. Wilbur drives. Her shot is in and out, but she'll head to the free throw line. That's the second team foul on Skagit Valley. 17-12 to go here in the first half, and Emily Wilbur from Townsend, Montana, sinks the first attempt. Wilbur has incredible range from three-point land. She has had her struggles here in the early going on the season. The head coach, Darnelia Russell, looks for her to heat up, and when she does, she can really knock it down from long range. She knocks down both free throw attempts, and the Shoreline cuts the lead to 2. Skagit sets up their offense. Number 23, Samantha Kelly, with a nice pass down to Boyd, who sinks the two-put jump shot. And Skagit pushes their lead back up to 4. Bianca Benavides is also checked into the ball game for the Dolphins. Emily Wilbur drives and stops and pops. Her 16-foot jump shot no good, but she gets her own rebound and gets fouled in the process. And Wilbur will head back to the free throw line for 2 more opportunities. Number 40, Linda Wilson, just picked up that personal. Wilbur sinks the first. The Skagit Valley Cardinals are coached by Steve Epperson and the assistant coach, Deb Castle. Wilbur sinks the second, and Skagit Valley has had their first substitution of the day. Melissa Statt, the freshman forward, will check in for the Cardinals. The Dolphins see Chelsea Paget now into the game. I talked to her Monday at practice as Skagit Valley's shot is off the mark. Paget said she's dealing with a little lower back issue, but looks like she's good enough to go to play as she has the ball on the right perimeter. Wilbur now with a jump shot from the baseline. Rebounded down to Boyd. Kelly will bring it up. Her pass to Winter Brown was a little too strong. Will end up out of bounds, and Shoreline will take over. Darnelia Russell in her first season as head coach for the Dolphins. Calling out the plays as Emily Wilbur's pass is tipped. As Wilbur looked to retrieve the ball, she was called for the personal foul. That's her first personal and a first team foul. Just over 16 to go in the first half. Skagit Valley will walk the ball up. Winter Brown has it on the right perimeter. She'll swing it over to Sydney Brown, no relation. Shoreline in a 2-3 zone defense. Just under 15 on the shot clock as Bianca Benavides comes up with a nice steal. She'll bring it up, no numbers. Wilbur thought about the shot. She drives a nice dish to Gina Taylor. And Taylor with her first bucket of the day. And Shoreline has squared up this score, 7-7, 15:30 to go in the first half. And Shoreline is with a nice block by Emily Wilbur. Gina Taylor's pass to Benavides was tipped and corralled by Boyd. Skagit Valley will have a new possession and a new shot clock. They'll take their time swinging the ball around. Sydney Brown will fire a 3. That one's good from long distance. That shot almost hit the rafters as she puts quite a bit of arc on that jump shot. Sydney Brown shoots 41% from behind the arc on the season. And once again is the leading scorer for the Cardinals. Emily Wilbur will try to answer. Her shot off the front rim. Rebounded down by Sydney Brown. Skagit on the move. Shoreline sets up in their 2-3 defense, which they had worked on Monday when I was at practice. Head coach Darnelia Russell was doing a lot to get them ready for today's action. A nice block by Emily Wilbur. And Winter Brown's jump shot will slide out of bounds. 14:30 to go. Skagit leads 10-7. Skagit in a unorthodox offensive out-of-bounds play. They have 3 players on the left and Sydney Brown on the right. She'll slide over to the right corner. Look for the jump shot. Get it. Off the front iron. Shoreline has some numbers if they push it. Benavides with the ball. Her pass over to Paget. Paget will fire from 3. Sink it. And Shoreline ties the game. Just over 14 to go in the first half. Score 9-10. Skagit brings it down. Number 52, Stat with it. Sydney Brown tries swinging it over to Winter Brown. She corrals it right in front of the scores table. Sydney Brown will end up with it. She'll fire another 3. Count it for 3. That's Sydney Brown's second 3 of the day. And she has not hesitated here in the early going to put up quite a few shot attempts. Shoreline sets up their offense. Emily Wilbur at the top of the key. Megan Lloyd, who just checked in the ball game, is right at the free throw line. And the sideline referee will call the travel. Paget took a few too many steps early on as she was driving down the left baseline. 13:35 here in the first half. Skagit Valley with the ball. Shoreline looking to trap in the short corner. A nice pass from Stat over to Ari Boyd. That's her second bucket of the day. Bianca Benavides makes the calls. Setting up the Shoreline offense. Emily Wilbur now has it. She drives and pops. Nice 14-foot jump shot in. That's Wilbur's 5th point of the day, and Shoreline cuts the lead to 3. Skagit now has it. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Paget and Benavides at the top of the zone. Pass over to Boyd, down to Stat. Her left-handed jump shot rattles in from 17. Melissa Stat, the freshman, shooting 51%, just knocked down her first 2 of the game as Shoreline looks to answer. Wilbur will stop and pop from 18. Nothing but net. And Wilbur is looking awful good here in the early going. It looks like she's been aggressive with her jump shot. And she's finding the range. A nice tip from Chelsea Paget from behind, and a late whistle from the referee in front of the Shoreline bench. Head coach Darnelia Russell claps in appreciation of Chelsea Paget's effort on the defensive end. That was a nice play from behind. She might have just gotten a little of the wrist going for the ball. Skagit Valley sets them in their similar out-of-balance play. Look for Sydney Brown in the right corner to get the ball. Stat ends up with it, and she'll be fouled by Chelsea Paget, who just picked up her second. That's 2 quick ones for Paget, the freshman from South Carolina. Stat now will have 2 free throw attempts. Her first is in and out. Melissa Stat, a freshman, is shooting 62% from the free throw line. On the season, she averages just over 7 points and 3 rebounds. No good on the second. A nice rebound from Emily Wilbur. Hannah Stanger, who's just checked in, has a one-on-one opportunity. Her left-handed layup is off iron, but the ball will be tapped down, and Shoreline will keep the ball. 24 seconds on the shot clock. The Dolphins down 3 early to Skagit Valley. 16-foot jumper from Benavides off back iron. Rebounded down by Skagit. Number 21 has just checked into the ball game, Serena Duncan. And Jordan Mahawald with the steal. Benavides looks to push as some of the post players from Skagit taking their time on the way back. Wilbur with a 3 from the right corner, no good. Rebound goes down to Sydney Brown. She's out in the open court. A nice dish over to Duncan. Back to Brown. And she'll take the step back 3. Wilbur with the rebound. And the referee calls too many steps. Emily Wilbur pulled down a nice rebound, but on the transfer, she shuffled her feet. Megan Lloyd will check out for the Dolphins. Elise Brady now in the game, number 20, as Skagit drives, and number 24, Taylor Graham, with her first bucket of the day. Skagit pushes their lead to 5, just under 11 and a half minutes remaining in the first half. Benavides will fire from 3. Splash. Benavides with her first points on the evening. And Shoreline continues to answer. It's been a back and forth affair as Skagit gets the ball inside. Boyd's layup is no good. She's fighting for the ball, as well as Elise Brady. There will be a call up. And Shoreline will take over the ball. The Dolphins have started this game hot from the offensive side, and they're playing stingy defense on the other end. Head coach Darnelia Russell has been very flexible with her substitutions so far, but all of the Dolphin players coming off the bench have been ready to play as Wilbur fires a pass over to Stanger. Benavides now has it. Her pass is tipped, and Taylor Graham has a breakaway layup. She'll finish with the left hand. And Darnelia Russell and the Dolphins will take a quick timeout. 10:36 to go in the first half. Skagit leading 21-17. But if you are head coach Darnelia Russell, You've got to like what you've seen so far. On the defensive end, Shoreline is active with their hands, doing a nice job of rebounding. And on the offensive end, they're sharing the ball and knocking down open opportunities. It seems like they're playing with a lot more confidence tonight, which is something that head coach Darnelia Russell stressed to me on Monday. She wants to teach the players the principles of the game and give them as much confidence as they can so they feel comfortable out there playing. Both teams have checked out of the 30-second timeout. Benavidez running the point. Mahawald at the top of the key against this 2-3 zone of Skagit Valley. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Wilbur has it. She finds Mahawald inside. Her pass over to Stanger. No good, but the rebound down to Elise Brady, who just checked in, and she'll be fouled. That is the fourth team foul on Skagit Valley, and they'll call that a shooting foul. Elise Brady will step to the line for 2 shots. First one is good. Elise Brady, a sophomore for the Dolphins, adds some nice size off the bench. She's also a solid defender. Her second attempt just short. Rebound down to Taylor Graham and the Skagit Valley Cardinals. Duncan drives right. She finds Stat, who sinks the 8-foot jump shot. And Skagit pushes their lead to 5. Wilbur has it at the left wing. She thought about the jump shot. Found Benavidez at the top of the key. Benavidez will swing it over to Stanger. Shoreline looking to go inside. Brady with a nice pass to Stanger. Her jump shot rattles around the rim. Big rebound from Jordan Mahawald. Pass out to Benavidez. Her 3 in and out. And there'll be a foul called by the referee closest to the scorer's table. That'll go on Shoreline. And Skagit will take over. Both teams with 4 team fouls. Taylor Graham has it on the left wing into Stat. She takes a few steps and hits a nice running jump shot. Skagit has the biggest lead of the day at 7. Benavidez over to Mahawald. And Mahawald with a nice baby jump shot. Mahawald's a freshman averaging 4 points and 5 rebounds a game. She's in the center of the zone as Stanger comes up with the steal. Nice play by Benavidez. She's running down the right corner. She gets the ball back over to Stanger. She'll fire for 3. Elise Brady with another offensive rebound and a fresh shot clock for the Dolphins. Mahawald will put up a shot. Rebounded by Taylor Graham. She'll set up the offense for the Cardinals. 20 on the shot clock. Kelly has it. She finds Stat inside, being guarded by Mahawald, and Stat shot will count, plus the foul. And Melissa Stat has made quite an impact here in the early going. She's got 7 points, heading to the free throw line to make it 8. And she typically averages only 7 for the whole ball game. So if you're head coach Steve Epperson, you've got to like what you're seeing from Stat. As Skagit comes up with the loose ball, and Taylor Graham was fouled on her layup attempt. Gina Taylor picked up that foul. That's 6 team fouls on the Dolphins, and Taylor Graham will step to the stripe. Her free throw is in and out. Taylor Graham, a freshman for the Cardinals, shoots 83% on the season at the free throw line. Her second rattles in and out. The Dolphins catch a break, and Brianna Dutros just checked into the ball game. Will push it up the open court. Her layup is rebounded by Taylor Graham. Skagit has no numbers. Shoreline did a nice job of retreating into half-court defense. Skagit continues to try to get the ball into Stat. Dolphins do a nice job of tying that one up. Possession arrow will stay with the Dolphins. Cecily Fernandez will check into the game for the Dolphins. Fernandez, a freshman guard, will join Bianca Benavides at the top of the key, playing the 2-3 zone defense. Dutro, Taylor, and Elise Brady will be the bottom row. Skagit has run the same out of bounds play here with their shooter heading to the opposite corner and the 3 in the line heading down to the block. Skagit gets the ball in. Samantha Kelly for 3 from the left corner, and Skagit has the largest lead of the day at 10, just under 8 to play in the first half. A whistle from the referee closest to the sideline. Gives the ball back over to Skagit. Serena Duncan sets up the offense. Skagit has done a nice job so far of getting the ball inside on the zone of Shoreline, which is what most good offensive teams want to do. Number 10, who's just checked in the ball game, Savannah Turrieta, finds Graham. Her shot's no good. Rebounded down to Duncan. Graham will fire another one. No good. Skagit has come up with 3 offensive rebounds on this possession alone. Elise Brady finally corrals the rebound for the Dolphins. Brianna Dutro looking to push. She finds Bianca Benavides sprinting down the left sideline. Cecily Fernandez's pass is stolen by Taylor Graham. She'll slow it down, let her other Cardinal players catch up. And with 20 on the shot clock, the Cardinals will look to push their lead, and they do. Savannah Turrieta with the jump shot. And there'll be a break in action with the net needing to be fixed. A slew of substitutions. Justice Perry and Hannah Stanger check in for the Dolphins. For Skagit, number 22, Sydney Brown, 44, Boyd, and number 40, Wilson have checked in. Stat will sit for the Cardinals, which is a good thing for the Dolphins, as she has done a nice job. Gina Taylor with an offensive putback, just short, rebound down to Winter Brown, who's also checked into the ball game. Skagit finds it inside. Wilson with the jump shot from 8 feet is good. And head coach Darnelia Russell will look to take a timeout and stop the momentum that Skagit Valley has started to build midway here in the first half. With 6:12 to go in the first half, Skagit leads 34-20. We'll take a short break and be back with more first half action after the break. We are just about ready to check back for more first half action. We'll go over the North Division NWAC standings for you. Bellevue and Whatcom Community College are at the top of the list at 3-0. Skagit Valley and Everett are right behind at 2-1. Olympic and Peninsula hold firm at 1-2, and Shoreline and Edmonds are at 0-3. So the Dolphins look to pick up their first conference victory here at home against Skagit Valley, as the Dolphins, Bianca Benavides will fire a 3. Her shot gets tipped around. A nice offensive board by Benavides. She tried finding a flashing Gina Taylor. Wasn't able to do so, and a frustration foul for Benavides will send number 44, Ari Boyd, to the free throw line. That is 7 fouls now on the Dolphins with just under 6 minutes to go. And every foul after this will send the Cardinals player to the free throw line. Boyd, a sophomore, averages just over 7 points a game. She can't find the range on her first attempt. And Shoreline will bring it back down. Benavides with it in the right hand. She'll fire a pass over to Cecily Fernandez. Benavides now finds Justice Perry from 18. A touch pass from Stanger is stolen by Linda Wilson, and Skagit will look to push their lead even further as Sydney Brown drives to the baseline. Stolen by Benavides. The pass up to Cecily Fernandez. She'll go in for the layup and knock it off the glass. A nice use of the left hand there by Fernandez. Shoreline's cut the deficit to 12. Skagit Valley gets the ball inside. Linda Wilson takes it. She'll be fouled by number 14, Gina Taylor. That foul could have went either way. Cecily Fernandez was right there reaching in from behind. That'll be Taylor's second personal foul. From her facial expression, she didn't think that foul was against her. But with 2 fouls, the Dolphins will have to check her out of the ball game. Jordan Mahwald will check in. The freshman from 9 Mile Falls, Washington. 4 Dolphin defenders corral that rebound. Justice Perry comes out with it. Perry averages a team-high 9 rebounds a ball game. She sits at the free throw line looking to spark some offense for the Dolphins. Stanger's pass flies out of bounds. But nice hustle play by Cecily Fernandez. She'll be fouled by number 22, Sydney Brown, right in front of the Skagit Valley bench. That's 5 team fouls now on the Cardinals. For Sydney Brown, that's 2 personals. And she'll have to check out of the ball game. She's the leading scorer for the Skagit Valley Cardinals. So we'll see if Shoreline can get some offensive rhythm as Benavides turns it over. Duncan brings it down. A little nifty move, and she'll be fouled by number 45, Justice Perry. 9 team fouls now for the Dolphins. Serena Duncan, a sophomore for the Cardinals, will head to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Her first off the back iron. Duncan on the year shoots 75% from the free throw line. She has seen action in 12 of the 13 games for the Cardinals, averaging just under 2 points a game. She can't find the range on either attempt. And the rebound down to Shaylina Clinton, who just checked into the ball game for the Dolphins. Benavides, the point guard, has it. She'll find Clinton. Clinton will fire from 3. Just short. 4:21 to go here in the first half. Cardinals leading by 13. Melissa Stata has checked into the ball game for the Cardinals. She's had a nice, efficient first half so far. 7 points and a few rebounds to go. A nice defensive play by Justice Perry, using her long wingspan to tap that ball out of bounds. In the zone defense, the key is to have 5 players work as one, using their length and wingspan to make the passing lanes even smaller than they already appear for Skagit Valley. Cardinals swinging around. Hannah Stanger on the ground. She rips the ball away from the Skagit Valley player. Ball gets tipped out of bounds, and it'll bounce off last. Bianca Benavides. Cardinals will keep possession. Shot clock won't be reset. There wasn't a change in possession, so the Cardinals will have only 5 seconds to get up a shot. We'll see if they recognize it. They do. Winter Brown fires a 3. Rebound down to Justice Perry. Benavides brings it down the right side. She'll find Stanger at the top of the key. A nice dish from Perry. And a solid block behind by Ari Boyd. Mahawal thought that she had an easy bucket. But a nice defensive play from Boyd to get the block from behind. Boyd will now cast up a 3. Mahawal with the rebound. 3:23 to go here in the first half. Stanger brings it up. She finds Benavides in the right corner. Her 3 is good. That's 2 long balls on the day for Benavides. And Shoreline is within 10, looking to cut their deficit inside single digits as halftime looms. Almost stolen by Benavides. Skagit will get the ball down low. Pass into Stat. Her left-handed hook shot off the glass and in. So far in the first half, Shoreline hasn't had an answer from Melissa Stat. Stanger's jump shot. Corralled by Winter Brown. Up to Samantha Kelly. She drives left and will be fouled in the process. Kelly will head to the free throw line. That's now 10 team fouls on the Dolphins. Each foul from here on out will be a two-shot opportunity for the Cardinals. Samantha Kelly, a sophomore, shoots 92% from the free throw line as she is unsuccessful in the first attempt there. That is one of the higher percentages in the NWAC here in the conference season. She also averages 10 points a game as she sinks the first. Wilbur, Lloyd have checked into the game for the Dolphins. Benavides' pass gets slapped out of bounds by Ari Boyd. And the head coach, Steve Eberson's zone defense has given Shoreline a little trouble here in the second part of the first half. Early on, the Dolphins found their range from the distance, but have struggled so far offensively. Shaylana Clinton's pass over to Wilbur. Wilbur thinks about the three, tries to force the pass into Mahawald, and Mahawald, trying to get the ball back, will end up tripping Melissa Stat. And that is a foul that was forced on the pass because of Emily Wilbur's attempt trying to get the ball inside. Shoreline needs to do a little better job of swinging the ball around once or twice to get the Skagit Valley defense moving. That should open up some passing lanes for the Dolphins as Winter Brown misses the first attempt from the line. Brown shoots 66% from the free throw line, just over 4 points a game. Her second is good. We'll see if the Dolphins can find a little more patience on the offensive end and look to get a few better shots. They've been taking some quick looks as Jordan Mahawald has it. And a quick 3 seconds violation called by the referee closest to the sideline. That violation will go on number 12, Megan Lloyd. The post players for Shoreline looking to get position against Skagit's zone defense. And they might have stayed in the key just a while too long. Stat now has it. She fires it over to Kelly, being guarded by Dutro. 24, Graham fires over to Winter Brown. Nice rotation so far from the Shoreline zone defense. Looked like a few extra steps, wasn't called, and rebounded down to Megan Lloyd. Dutro pushes it up for the Dolphins. 1:26 to go in the first half. Wilbur thought about the three. Tried driving and stolen by Taylor Graham. Skagit now on the run. Kelly thought about the three. A nice nifty pass over to Turieta, who is fouled. And she'll head to the free throw line for 2 opportunities. Skagit is well into the double bonus with just 1:11 to go in the first half. Turieta can't find the range on the first attempt. She's only shooting 54% from the line. Mahawald and Lloyd down low. Unable to box out. Kelly throws the pass in between Wilbur's legs, and the Dolphins luckily recover. Just over 1 to go. Dutro finds Clinton over to Wilbur, who has an open look. Her shot off the back iron. Ball gets tipped. A nice hustle play by Dutro, and Clinton comes down with it. Megan Lloyd comes up with the loose ball. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Dutro has it. She'll fire from long range. Wilbur comes up with the loose ball, and she finally settles it in for the Dolphins, who get their first bucket in a few minutes. And Skagit Valley has an opportunity to take the last shot. Shoreline is playing hounding defense. Samantha Kelly drives on the jump shot. She'll be called with a push from behind. Shaylana Clinton will pick up her second personal. And Samantha Kelly will head to the free throw line. Shoreline has committed quite a few fouls here in the first half. That has been the real difference. Both teams have played a competitive first half. Skagit leads by 13, but the Cardinals have made quite a few more trips to the free throw line than the Dolphins, and they've been able to convert for points. Wilbur with a nice shot fake. She drives in. An errant pass over to Dutro. Dutro finds Mahawal down low. A nice pass over to Megan Lloyd. And Lloyd with a bucket just before half. And Shoreline cuts the lead to 12. Skagit leads going into the second half, 41-29. We will be back with more second half action after the halftime break. In the first half, Melissa Statt was the leader for Skagit Valley. She had 9 points. For the Dolphins, Brianna Dutro and Emily Wilbur performed nicely, knocking down key baskets. This is Drew Raher, your play-by-play broadcaster. We'll be back for more second half action after the break. Skagit leading 41-29. Definitely halftime entertainment.
Good job. Thank you, Haley. The clock's starting. There's 3 minutes remaining.
Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. This is Shoreline Gym. We've got 8 minutes to go here at halftime. Score is 41-29.
Two minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. I can hear you on audio. It's different. It'll be a little bit louder. It was so loud. But all the way down here, it's much quieter.
And then number 2. Somebody's got 1, somebody's got 2. Who's going to pull it out?
Yeah. Let me know.
1 minute remaining.
Welcome to Shoreline. We're about 5 minutes away from second half tip-off. We'll go over the halftime stats for you for the visiting Skagit Valley Cardinals. They shot 16 of 39, good for 41%. The Dolphins shot 10 of 37 for 27% from the field. From long distance, the Cardinals knocked down 4 out of 12. And the Dolphins 3 out of 12, so pretty even from three-point line. The difference at the free throw line was pretty high. The Skagit Valley Cardinals got to the line 18 times. They only knocked down 5 of those attempts for 27%. The Dolphins only made 8 trips to the charity stripe, but were good on 6 of those attempts, good for 75%. Individually, the Cardinals were led by Melissa Stat and her 10 points on 5 of 7 shooting. Right behind her was number 23, Samantha Kelly. She scored 9 points on 2 of 7 shooting. She hit 2 long balls. Leading rebounder for the Cardinals, Samantha Kelly and Serena Duncan. For the Dolphins, Emily Wilbur led the way with 10 points. She was a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line. She also brought in 6 rebounds. Bianca Benavides was the second leading scorer for the Dolphins at 6 points. She was 2 of 4 from behind the arc. She also had 3 assists to 3 turnovers, good for a 1-to-1 ratio. Personal fouls were pretty lopsided in favor of Skagit Valley. Linda Wilson and Samantha Kelly have 2 personal fouls. For the Dolphins, Mahawald Paget, Gina Taylor, and Shaylana Clinton all have 2 personals. No players on the Dolphins roster with 3 personal fouls, which is a good thing. As the second half is just about to start, we are 2.5 minutes away from tip-off. The first half was a back-and-forth affair in the first 10 minutes of the game. The lead was no larger than 5 for Skagit Valley as Shoreline found their range inside and out. The second half became apparent that Skagit Valley would push their lead into double digits as Shoreline tried getting the ball inside, but at times the Shoreline backcourt may have forced a few passes, leading to some Skagit Valley breakouts. They were able to score in transition and find easy scoring opportunities. We'll see if the Dolphins in the second half can not only find their range from outside, but get their post players some touches in comfortable positions. Jordan Mahawald, Gina Taylor, and Justice Perry are 3 very nice options for the Dolphins inside. We'll also see if Brianna Dutro, the Dolphins' leading scorer, can find her range. She only finished with 1 point in the first half, so if statistics will show, she should have herself a pretty nice second half. Also, Sheree McDaniels is another player that head coach Darnelia Russell mentioned at practice on Monday, who could provide the Dolphins with a spark offensively. She can score in bunches and is only making her 4th live game appearance, and she was ineligible in the first half of the season. We were just moments away from second half action. We will be right back with more Shoreline basketball on FX video after the break. Skagit sends out number 22, Sydney Brown, 23, Samantha Kelly, number 30, Winter Brown, and in the front court, number 40, Linda Wilson, and 44, Ari Boyd. So the same starters for Skagit. For Shoreline, they also bring out Benavides, Dutro in the backcourt, Justice Perry and Gina Taylor in the front court, and Emily Wilbur will start the second half instead of freshman Jordan Mahawald. Skagit Valley starts the opening possession, and a quick foul will be called by the baseline referee. 6 seconds into the shot clock. Taylor will pick up a quick third personal, the first for the Dolphins in the second half. Sydney Brown fires it over to Samantha Kelly. She'll drive left, stop and pop from 14. Her shot no good. Rebound down to Gina Taylor. Dutro has it on the right side. She'll bring it up, find Benavides. And we've got a little youngster on the court. And we will take a quick stop in action. There was a few a few audience members on the court right in front of the snack table. Benavides has it from the right corner. She'll fire for three. Splash. Benavides with a nice pick. She misses the layup but stays with it. And her second attempt is no good. Benavides almost came up with a very untraditional 5-point play. She knocked down a long ball from the right corner. Came up with the steal but could not convert. But that's a nice start for the Dolphins as they cut their deficit into single digits, only down 9. 19-15 to go here in the second half. Wilbur with a quick reaching foul on Sydney Brown on the left wing. And that's 2 quick fouls on Shoreline. They've got to be careful here in the second half. They don't want to send Skagit Valley back to the free throw line. Dutro on the ball. Looks like Shoreline's gone to man-to-man defense to see if they can pressure Skagit. Winter Brown drives left, right by Gina Taylor. Her left-handed layup is good. And Skagit pushes the lead back to 11. Dutro finds Benavides over on the left wing. Skagit Valley stays in their 3-2 zone defense. A nice dish from Benavides. Gina Taylor just unable to find the range. And another foul called on Shoreline. Looked like it will go on Justice Perry, number 45. And that's the third team foul for the Dolphins. Gina Taylor had herself a pretty open shot at the basket. Just needs to take her time a little. Wilbur tries stepping in for the charging foul. And a hand check will be called. So Wilbur has 2 quick personal fouls here in the second half. And Shoreline's got to be careful. They've racked up 14 fouls in under a minute and a half here in the second half. Sheree McDaniels has checked in the ball game. She's hounding Winter Brown at the top of the key. Sydney Brown finds Boyd inside. Back out to Brown. She stops and pops. Knocks down the jumper from 14. Skagit Valley with 4 points to answer Benavides' 3. It started the second half. Sheree McDaniels over to Benavides at the top of the key. She's trying to find Gina Taylor. Skagit Valley comes up with the loose ball. Samantha Kelly being guarded by Benavides. She'll get it, dribble it off her hoop. A nice behind the back move. She drives in, and there was just a little too much contact. That foul will again go to Justice Perry. That's 5 team fouls. Head coach Darnelia Russell looks like she might go back to the zone defense with the Dolphins in foul trouble early on in the second half. Skagit gets it in down low. A nice rebound from Justice Perry. She comes out of the scrum with the ball, and a foul will go against Skagit Valley. Winter Brown will pick up that personal foul. First team foul on Skagit. And so Shoreline started out this half in man-to-man defense, but after 5 quick personal fouls, the Dolphins are back in a 2-3 zone. Shree McDaniels over to Benavides. Mahawald in the game. Couldn't come up with that pass. Went right through her hands. And the Dolphins turn it over once again. So after Benavides' 3 ball from the right corner, Shoreline has had their struggles at the offensive end. Skagit Valley moves the ball nicely. And Linda Wilson with a bucket of her own. Skagit's lead pushed to 15, and head coach Darnelia Russell wants to talk things over with the Dolphins. We're just under 17 minutes remaining in the second half. Skagit leading 47-32. We'll be right back with more Shoreline basketball on FX Video after the quick break. Teams are back on the floor in other NWAC action. Everett is visiting Peninsula College. Whatcom is visiting Olympic. And Bellevue is visiting Edmonds. We'll get you caught up with all the latest NWAC action after the ending of our women's game here right before the men's game that follows at 7:30 p.m. Emily Wilbur's checked in for the Dolphins along with number 20 Elise Brady. Dolphins have under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball in Shree McDaniel's hands. Her 3 ball is off the back iron. Linda Wilson comes up with a big rebound for Skagit Valley. Shoreline is fighting for the ball. And a nice hustle play from Wilbur and McDaniel. Possession arrow will favor the Dolphins. So Shoreline will get another chance at it. Trailing by 15 with 16:32 to go in the second half. Mahawald will get the inbounds pass. McDaniels will drive right over to Benavides. Her 3 ball ends up in the hands of a few players, and another jump ball called. This time possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals. Kelly will bring it up for Skagit Valley. She'll find Sydney Brown. Some nice passing from Skagit. And a 16-foot baseline jumper for Linda Wilson. That's 2 straight buckets for Wilson and Skagit Valley. And Wilbur comes down with a 3-pointer that is probably a little too early in the shot clock. Shoreline doesn't want to start forcing shots. They find themselves down 17, but still want to work the ball through the offense as Winter Brown finds Sydney Brown at the top of the key. Ball gets swung over to Kelly. She drives by McDaniel. Winter Brown drives by Wilbur. And as Wilbur comes up with the basketball, referee under the hoop said the ball had touched the out-of-bounds line. Skagit inbounds the ball to Winter Brown. Now into Boyd. And a 3-second violation called. Shoreline will take over. A nice defensive stop from the Dolphins. Benavides with the rock. Finds McDaniel. And Shoreline swinging the ball back and forth at the top of the key. Wilbur comes up with it. She drives left. Goes in for a acrobatic jump shot. She'll be fouled on the process. And she'll head to the free throw line. Wilbur was a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Make that 5 of 5. Cherie McDaniel will check out of the ball game. Hannah Stanger replacing her. Megan Lloyd also now in the ball game, replacing Elisa Brady as Wilbur knocks down both attempts. Sydney Brown and Skagit Valley drive down the left side, and a nifty move from number 22. Skagit Valley pushing their lead back to 17. Benavides over to Stanger. Wilbur wide open in the left corner. Her three ball is good. And that's 5 quick points from Emily Wilbur. Give her 15 points on the night. And we're still 14:46 away. A left-handed baseball pass from Brown over to Kelly. She finds Linda Wilson, who drives through 2 Shoreline defenders and gets pushed. She'll head to the free throw line. Shoreline has 6 team fouls here with 14:35 to go. Each foul after that will send the Skagit Valley player to the free throw line. Wilson sinks the first. She is a 79% free throw shooter on the season. One of the better free throw shooters for Skagit Valley. Wilson averages 10 points and a shade over 6 rebounds a game, coming in as the second leading scorer for the Cardinals. She's good on both tries. And Skagit Valley pushes their lead back up to 16. Wilbur has it in the left corner. An errant pass from Wilbur goes out of bounds near the cheerleading section. And Skagit Valley will take over possession. Skagit Valley on the season averages just under 70 points a game. They're at 53 right now with just over 14 to go as Kelly finds herself open. Her three ball gets bounced out to Hannah Stanger. She brings it back. Wilbur thought about the three. She fires it over to Stanger inside to Perry. And a nice touch shown from the freshman from Washington. Perry guarding Wilson. It'll be a nice jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor the Dolphins. Nice defensive play from Megan Lloyd, the freshman from Salt Lake City, Utah, who will check out. Receive some high fives from her teammates as she was the Shoreline defender causing the jump ball. 53-39, Skagit Valley leading. Here in second half action of NWAC play. Number 10, Savannah Turrieta, who's just checked into the ball game, around the rebound but ended up tripping, losing the ball out of bounds, and Shoreline will catch a lucky break. They'll have the ball. The pass is stolen by Sydney Brown. She's got numbers. She drives by Stanger. And a smart play by Sydney Brown. She'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Hannah Stanger picks up the personal. Stanger now with 2 personal fouls and make that 17 fouls for the Dolphins. Brown's free throw attempt in and out. Sydney Brown making her first trip to the charity stripe on the day. She shoots it at an 87% clip, but can't find either of the attempts. Rebound goes down to Bianca Benavides after it was fumbled around a few times by Skagit Valley player. Benavides stops and pops. That three-pointer is good. Actually, they will reverse the call and give Benavides only a 2-point basket. Benavides now in double digits for Shoreline with 11. So Benavides and Wilbur leading the way for the Dolphins. And some defensive intensity has vamped up for the Dolphins. Justice Perry all over Sidney Brown. Stanger and Benavides at the top of the key. Taylor Graham will fire from long range. She'll sink that 3 ball. And Skagit Valley pushes their lead back up to 15. Just under 13 to go here in the game. Benavides over to Stanger on the left wing. Benavides thinking about the shot. A nice dish into Perry. Wilbur drives. And an acrobatic shot. Holy cow. And give her all 2 of those and send her to the free throw line. By her reaction, I don't even know if she thought that one was going in, but it did. It rattled in. And a nice play by Wilbur. She'll head to the free throw line, hoping to make it 3. She does. And Wilbur moves her point total up to 18 for the game. And Shoreline only down 12 here. Just over 12 and a half to go. Samantha Kelly fires from long range. Ball gets tipped. Rebound corralled by Gina Taylor. Stanger on the move on the left side. Doesn't have any numbers. She'll wait for the rest of her team to come down. Wilbur thought about the 3. She's feeling it from long distance. She drives. And a nice play by Emily Wilbur, the sophomore from Townsend, Montana. Earlier on in the season, she might have settled for that 3. Instead, she shows a nice shot fake, drives inside and gets fouled. Her free throw attempt in and out. But if you're head coach Darn Neely or Russell, you've got to like the offensive ball movement from the Dolphins. They're not settling for perimeter shots, which they have done earlier on in the season. They're trying to get the ball inside. And because of that, they've made a few trips to the free throw line. Trailing by only 11. Skagit Valley moves the ball around. Duncan into Stat. Stat with a nice move to her left. Kisses it off the glass. And Stat now has 12 points in the ball game. Wilbur fires cross court into the hands of Brianna Dutro. Although Brianna Dutro was sitting on the bench. So Skagit Valley will take over the possession. Skagit Valley pushes it up. Samantha Kelly into Turrieta. She drives right. And she'll pass it out of bounds. A nice defensive play by Gina Taylor and Justice Perry to stop her cold. 58-45. Skagit Valley leading Shoreline. 11:36 to go in the game. Hannah Stanger. Cross-court pass to Emily Wilbur. She drives in left. Ball gets tipped away. Taylor Graham comes up with it. Graham brings it over the half line. Ball ends up in Serena Duncan's hands. There's a foul called before the shot. Looks like it's going to go against Skagit Valley. And number 10, Savannah Turrieta. The foul was called against Turrieta, who was holding Justice Perry, not allowing her to get by the Skagit Valley player to close out. To Duncan as Benavides fires from 3. Her shot rattles in and out. Turrieta with the rebound. Her outlet pass just over the hands of Samantha Kelly. And Shoreline will retain possession. Benavides sprints up the court. She finds Wilbur right in front of the Shoreline bench. A shot fake by Wilbur. Pass back to Wilbur. Her 3 just a little long. A fight for the rebound. Justice Perry comes up with it. And there's a scrum down inside the key. And the jump ball call will go to Skagit. But a great hustle play from Justice Perry, getting her hands on the loose ball and attempting to give the Dolphins an extra possession on the offensive side. Bianca Benavides and Hannah Stanger now in full court man-to-man pressure defense, hoping to speed up the Skagit Valley guards. They have struggled with pressure here in the second half. A nice steal from Gina Taylor. She'll fire it up to Stanger, who corrals the ball on the right side, right at the hash. She's being hounded by Taylor Graham, and a foul called on the Cardinals. That foul will go against number 52, Melissa Stat. Stanger was trying to find Gina Taylor inside at the right block. The Dolphins will get a fresh shot clock, trailing by 13. Perry with the inbound pass over to Benavides. Finds Stanger. Benavides back to Stanger. Stanger will fire from long range. Almost banked it in. Rebound fought for again. And Gina Taylor and Serena Duncan will come up with the loose ball. Jump ball called. And the Dolphins are doing some work on the offensive glass. They rank in the top 5 of the NWAC in total rebounds. They average 56 rebounds per game. And Justice Perry and Gina Taylor have done a nice job of giving the Dolphins some extra possessions. Number 23, Chelsea Paget, has checked into the ball game, replacing Emily Wilbur, who will head to the Shoreline bench to take a quick breather. She's come out shooting the ball pretty nicely here in the second half. She's got 8 points to lead the way for the Dolphins. Little clock trouble. We're just waiting here for the referees to give us the go-ahead call. Inside pass to Gina Taylor. Her jump shot short off front rim. Rebounded down to Graham in Skagit Valley. They'll walk the ball up. Duncan with it over to Graham. Inside to Turrieta. Paget went for the steal for Shoreline, and she got too much body. That's a quick personal foul from Paget. She picks up her 3rd personal. That is now 8 fouls for the Dolphins in the second half. Taylor Graham at the free throw line. She rattles in the first. Skagit Valley is now in the bonus for the remainder of this game with 10:02 to go. Graham sinks both. Skagit pushes their lead back up to 15. Shoreline looking to find consistent offense here on the offensive side. Ball tapped around. Great effort from Gina Taylor, but the ball comes down to Samantha Kelly. She fires a right-handed bounce pass over to Duncan, who fires cross-court back to Kelly. She drives left, one-footed floater, rolls out the rim and good. 62-45 here in Shoreline, Washington. Skagit Valley leading. Paget, top of the key, over to Stanger. Looking to get the ball inside to Justice Perry. She banana cuts out. Her pass over to Benavides is blocked from behind by Stat. Taylor Graham almost dribbles out of bounds. She'll find Samantha Kelly at the left side. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Stat now with it over to Graham. She drives left. Kelly will fire from long distance. That one's good for Skagit Valley, and a 30-second timeout called by head coach Steve Epperson. He'll want to get 4 new players in there. Almost a hockey substitution. And we've got 8:53 on the clock. Skagit Valley leading 65-45. You're watching Shoreline basketball on FX Video. We'll be right back after a quick break. Teams have checked back. Gina Taylor inbounds the pass to Bianca Benavides. Stanger now with it. Skagit still in their 2-3 zone defense. Benavides open from the top of the key. Her 3 ball off back iron. Rebound goes down to Gina Taylor. She can't find the range. And a reaching foul will be called on the Dolphins. That'll send Skagit Valley back to the free throw line. Skagit Valley has made a living at the free throw line today. They made 18 trips in the first half to Shoreline's 8. And so far here in the second half, they have dominated the free throw line. Taylor Graham will step up with a 1-on-1 opportunity as Brianna Dutro, the leading scorer for Shoreline, checks back into the ball game along with Emily Wilbur, who has 18 on the night. Graham gets a friendly roll on the first shot, giving her the opportunity for one more shot. Taylor Graham, an 83% free throw shooter for the Cardinals, sinks the second. Graham had 4 points in the first half, and she has 4 in the second, giving her a total of 8 as Chelsea Paget will fire from long range and rattles that one in. Gives a slap over to Emily Wilbur, and Shoreline has cut the deficit to 19. Winter Brown open for 3, rebounded by Chelsea Paget. She'll trot it up, find Emily Wilbur, who drives left, goes inside. A lot of contact down low, no call by the baseline referee. Skagit Valley on the move. Graham finds Sydney Brown into Linda Wilson. Wilson shot off the rim. A wraparound pass by Wilbur, just out of the outstretched arms of Brianna Dutro. It was a nice idea by Wilbur, who wanted to push the tempo. Dutro was just a step behind the pass. And with 7:52, Skagit Valley will check the ball in. Sydney Brown has it at the top of the key. Over to Winter Brown. Skagit has done a pretty nice job of moving the ball against the Shoreline defense. Sydney Brown from way outside. Rebound corralled by Skagit Valley. They'll have another fresh shot clock to get the ball inside. Winter Brown gets the ball stripped. Emily Wilbur comes up with the loose ball. Paget with the pass up to Dutro. Shot fake over to Paget, back to Dutro. She'll drive left, get inside the paint, and come up with the layup. That's Dutro's first bucket of the game. She had 5 shot attempts in the first half, coming away empty. We'll see if Dutro can find a little rhythm offensively as Skagit gets the ball inside to Linda Wilson underneath the hoop. She's hacked by Elise Brady. Wilson will head to the free throw line. 6:52 to go here in the contest. Skagit Valley leading 67-50. On the year, Skagit Valley as a team shooting 71% from the free throw line. Wilson a shade better at 79% as she sinks the first. Benavides has checked back into the ball game for the Dolphins. She'll take over the duties of point guard along with her combo guard tandem, Brianna Dutro. Wilbur has it, left wing over to Benavides. Mahawald and Brady, the 2 post players for the Dolphins. Trying to force the ball into Mahawald. Ball gets tipped out. Benavides comes up with it. A nice little shake move. Now in the hands of Dutro. She'll catch a screen from Mahawald. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Dolphins will have to fire pretty quickly. Dutro will fire from way outside. Off front iron. Rebound corralled by Winter Brown. The pass up to Sydney Brown. They get the ball into Wilson. Ball batted out of bounds, and Shoreline will take over. Substitution for Skagit Valley. Number 23, Samantha Kelly, replacing Taylor Graham. 69-50. Skagit Valley leading here. 6:06 to go in the second half. A nice dish into Wilbur, who gets shoved by Linda Wilson. That's 17 fouls on Skagit Valley. That'll send Wilbur to the free throw line. Wilbur with 18 points on the day. She is a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line. She also has 7 rebounds on the day and has played the majority of the game for the Dolphins. Mahawald with a nice rebound. There'll be a jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor the visiting Cardinals. So that's the first miss for Wilbur on the day. A nice rebound by Mahawald, but Wilson also did a nice job of getting her hands in there, forcing the jump ball call from the referee. Wilson has it at the right elbow. She fires over to Boyd, who knocks down a 20-foot jump shot just inside the three-point line. Skagit Valley's lead up to 20. 5:40 to go in the second half. Talking with head coach Darnelia Russell at Monday's practice, there was a lot more teaching going on at practice, and it seemed like the players were doing a lot more talking, a lot more confidence, as well as Mahawald with a nice offensive rebound. She'll be fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line. Shoreline's coach Darnelia Russell says she's looking for a lot more out of Jordan Mahawald, who gives the Dolphins great size and ability. She's got a lot of upside, being only a freshman, as she knocks down the first free throw. In the game here against Everett Community College, the first NWAC game, Jordan Mahawald had a nice second half. The more aggressive she gets, calling for the ball, will only help the Dolphins out as they look to utilize their post-present. Mahawald will check out of the ball game after sinking that free throw. Justice Perry checks in. She's along with Gina Taylor and Emily Wilbur at the bottom of the zone. Dutro and Benavides at the top of the key. They're guarding Samantha Kelly, who finds Winter Brown into Wilson. Kelly with a nice head fake. She stops and pops. Knocks down the 14-foot jump shot. And the lead back up to 20. Just under 5 to go in the contest. Dutro crosses over. Finds Benavides. Back to Dutro, top of the key. Dutro will fire for 3 and sink that one. A nice 3-point bucket from Brianna Dutro. And the Dolphins cut the lead to 17. Dutro hounding Sydney Brown. A nice tip play from Bianca Benavides. Dutro on the move. She's got a 2-and-2 opportunity. Her 1-foot runner is off the mark. Rebound corralled by Skagit Valley. They've got numbers if they look up. A nice dish from Boyd to Brown. That was the dish from Ari Boyd, the sophomore for Skagit Valley. Benavides walks into a 3. Can't find the range, and number 23, Samantha Kelly, was stepping out of bounds as she came down with that rebound. A nice effort play from number 45, Justice Perry, not giving up on the play. Dutro will take it out. She'll find Wilbur at the top of the key. She drives in. A nice dish over to Gina Taylor. And Taylor converts the layup. A nice dish, heads-up play from Emily Wilbur. Gina Taylor picks up her 4th point of the day. Sydney Brown has it for Skagit. She finds Wilson inside. And 2 players go down as the personal foul will be called on Shoreline. We'll see if it was Taylor or Perry. It was Gina Taylor with the personal. That's 4 now on Gina Taylor. 10 team fouls for the Dolphins. Linda Wilson will step to the line for 2 shots. She cans the first attempt. Wilson has 7 points on the day, looking to make it 8. The starting power forward for Skagit Valley. She does so and pushes the Skagit lead up to 19. 3:39 to go. Dutro drives in between 2 Skagit Valley players. Ball bounces off Wilson. Dutro will take it out. Wilbur looks like she wants it at the top of the key. Dutro ends up going to Benavides. Benavides will walk into the 3-pointer. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And then Benavides cuts the lead to 16. That's 4 3-pointers for Bianca Benavides, the sophomore guard from Tukwila, Washington. She's got 14 points on the day as Gina Taylor comes up with the loose ball. Dutro pushes it, and she'll be fouled from behind by Linda Wilson. Dutro gets up in disgust as she'll step to the charity stripe for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Shoreline has the nice opportunity of cutting into the lead with the clock stopped, which is something they'll look to do here in the last 3:11 of the game. The more they can get to the free throw line and cut the deficit with the clock stopped, the better off the Dolphins will be. Dutro sinks the first attempt. Dolphins on the day shooting over 70% from the free throw line as Dutro comes up with 1 out of 2. 77-62, Skagit leading, 3:05 to go. Ball gets into Stat, her left-handed shot off the side of the backboard. Justice Perry comes up with the rebound. Skagit back in the half-court defense. Wilbur fired from long range, in and out. Quick shot from Wilbur, and there will be a foul called. Again, it'll be either Perry or Gina Taylor. Referees will give that foul to Justice Perry, giving both Perry and Gina Taylor 4 personal fouls. And Skagit Valley will once again be at the free throw line. Ari Boyd makes her first trip to the charity stripe. She's shooting 60% at the line. She knocks down the first attempt. Hasn't been too many substitutions here on either side. Both head coaches sticking with the players that they have currently in the game. Boyd knocks down both free throws. Dutro with a nice pass over to Wilbur. Blocked by Boyd. She comes up with the rebound. She finds Samantha Kelly. Skagit has a few numbers. If they keep their head up, which they do. Pass into Stat for the layup. Could have been a charging foul. Brianna Dutro did a nice job of stepping in, taking the blow right in the chest, but the referees wouldn't give her the charging call. Gina Taylor now has it. 16 on the shot clock. Benavides top of the key. She drives right, catches the screen from Perry, and that'll be an offensive foul. Referees said that Perry was not set, and that's 5 personal fouls on Justice Perry. That'll send her to the Shoreline bench. Shoreline will have a few moments to pick the player that they're going to send into the game to join Dutro, Wilbur, Taylor, and Benavides. Looks like it's going to be number 33, Jordan Mahawald. Mahawald started this ball game. She averages just over 4 points and 4 rebounds. A little full court pressure by Benavides and Dutro. Duncan, who's just checked in, finds Turrieta. Scrum for the ball. Mahawald comes up with it. Wilbur with a nice outlet pass up to Dutro. And Dutro gets the ball tipped out of bounds right in front of the Shoreline bench. 1:47 to go in the contest. The lead is 81-62 for the visiting Cardinals here in NWAC North Division Conference play. Both teams making their 4th conference game. Shoreline has played 3 of the first 4 at home as Benavides sinks that perimeter jump shot. Benavides has really found her range. She's played an overall fantastic game from the floor. Scoring, dishing. Turrieta gets her pass knocked out of bounds by Mahawald. 1:18 to go in the game. Lead 17 for Skagit. Benavides guarding the bigger Stat. Stat will pass the ball out. Winter Brown now has it. Dutro trying to rip the ball out of her hands. Swung over to Duncan. Into Stat. And Stat's patented left-handed move. Good for 2. Shoreline will push it up. Just under a minute to go here in the contest. Shoreline has played 3 of their first 4 games at home. The only travel they've done is to Bellevue College. Benavides fires another 3-ball. Give her 19 points on the day. And Benavides leads the way for the Shoreline Dolphins. Winter Brown will fire from long distance. Rebounded down to Gina Taylor. 34 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is no longer necessary. Benavides will fire again. Can't find the distance on that shot. Rebounded down to Taylor Graham. And Skagit Valley has the opportunity to run out the clock. With under 20 seconds, Shoreline will be content on letting Skagit Valley run out the clock. We'll see if Skagit puts up another jump shot. They don't need to. Benavides will pick up the personal foul, and that'll send Taylor Graham to the free throw line. Benavides picks up her third personal foul. Taylor Graham sinks the first one. Skagit leading 84-67. 7 seconds to go. Graham gets the second one to go. And this will be just about it from Shoreline as Dutra will fire a desperation three. Bucket will be counted. That'll move the lead for Skagit Valley to 85-70. And that's the end of our contest here from Shoreline, Washington. Skagit Valley winning this one 85-70. The teams will meet again later in February, next time in the Skagit Valley, which is right outside of Yakima, Washington. Once we get our final game stats, we will give you those numbers. But we thank you for tuning in to Shoreline Basketball on FX Video. We are just 23 minutes away from men's NWAC action. So stay tuned. Go grab a bite to eat and be back for more Shoreline basketball. This has been Drew Raher, your play-by-play broadcaster. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you shortly.